Now, what daily habits can employees develop to cultivate leadership no matter their role? And that last part, no matter their role, and cultivate leadership skills, which means that we were not born leaders. We were not born leaders, but we learned how to be leaders. Some people might argue and say, no, some people came into this world as leaders, some creative, some, okay. But the kind of leadership that I'm talking about, where there's security within yourself, your identity is solid, and all those things, it didn't start from when you were a child. I'll take that back. For some people it did, because their parents were secure and they taught their children how to be healthy leaders. But majority of us were not taught by healthy people. So unfortunately, what they taught us was leadership was not the right, or was not correct, or was not true. We were taught to just keep going. We were not taught how to stop and think, how to stop and learn, how to stop and breathe, how to stop and then teach others. And so today, I first want to say that anybody can be a leader. Anybody. In whatever role you find yourself in, you can cultivate the habit of being a leader no matter what, because you can build these skills. There are so many of these skills that you can build, and that you can learn, right? And then you can make some great decisions because you have learned how to make great decisions. You have learned how to be resilient. You have learned how to take small actions that have compounded or accumulated over time that has made you the fantastic person that you are today. You have learned how to shape yourself. You have learned confidence, knowing that nobody touched your confidence. It's always been there. You have learned how to be an impactful person, whether they call you Mrs. or not, whether they call you Oga or not. Wherever you are, if you take responsibility and take control of the place that you are, you can be a leader anywhere, at home, at work, at play. Now, the importance of self-reflection, in finding habits, your daily habits, self-reflection, I think, is something that is very important. And why do I say so? You are the only one that can tell yourself the truth. Other people might be able to say, oh, I think, or maybe some people might, but you can tell yourself that thing that I just did. No. It's not good. That thing I just did, it's not the best. What can I do better next time? What do I learn from this incident so that I don't allow it repeat itself over again? How can I become a better person next time? How do I shift from here to here so that I can give more, or give more of my best? How do I bring extra? That's self-reflection. Asking questions, and not, hey, why is my life like this? What kind of life did I choose? Why is it only me that? Because the truth is, if those are the questions that you're asking, the universe will give you the exact answers to that question, which would then mean that you will continue to see why your life is not working. But if you shift it and start to look for how magnificent the world is and abundant the world is, and how you can be whoever you choose to be, and because you can learn it. There's at least one person that has done it before, and you can pay the person to mentor you. You can learn from their free videos on YouTube and Instagram and all those things. There's so much information out there. But I always tell people, don't just focus on the freebies, because the freebies are maybe 0.1% of the real meat. The freebies will teach you what? The buying the course will teach you how. And it's the how you need. You need to know how to do those things, how to apply them in your life. Pay. Because when you pay attention, and that shows how much of a leader you are, because you are investing in yourself. If I look at your account details today, what's the one thing or the two things or the three things that you spend the most on? If one of it is not self-development, then you are in the wrong place. If you're only looking at buying house, buying car, buying wig, buying gold, buying jets, and I'm not saying all of these things are not important, but I'm saying that everything externally can be taken away from you. Everything, including your child or children, can be taken away from you. The one thing that cannot be taken away from you is what you have in your brain and what you have in your mind and what is deposited in you. If they remove you from Nigeria and take you to Timbuktu, you would excel, because you have invested in you. If they remove you from there and put you in Somalia, you would excel. Why? Because you have invested money in yourself, and nobody can take that away from you. So what investment is the best for you? The investment you make in yourself, not makeup or hair. Does everything. They can remove my lashes now, and that's the end. I'll be seen with normal eye. They can remove all my teeth, but they cannot take what I have deposited in myself. Nobody can touch that. And I can reproduce who I am everywhere I go to, because the thing that I need is already inside. Yes? So it's important to self-reflect, to journal, assessment, feedback. Ask for feedback. Don't be the kind of person that says, oh no, nobody can criticize me, nobody can control me, nobody can tell me what to do. You're sounding like a 2-year-old child that is throwing tantrums because you didn't get biscuits. No, of course. And your worst part is the thing that you say is not controlling you is controlling you. So what do you say? Somebody comes to meet you, say, oh, I'd like to say something. This thing that, you said, I saw it this way. Is that what you meant? You can say, no, this is what I meant, and you take it on board. I'm not saying sit down for people to come and insult you and demean you. I'm saying when people come to you with concrete, criticism, or even something that builds you up, something that can edify you, elevate you, you should take it. Some of it will be irrelevant to you. That one you can throw in the dustbin. But the relevant one, take it and ask yourself, okay, how can I apply this into my life right now? What is true about this thing that this person said? Can I even find what is true in it so that I can learn from it and do differently next time? You want to be a reliable team player. You want to be consistent. The one thing that can break a marriage is the lack of communication. The one thing that can build a marriage is the plenty of communication. It's the same thing in any relationship. Once there's a lack of communication, it dwindles. But if you guys are in constant, open, honest conversations and communication, it will build it. So do some of that. These are some of the habits, of course, that I'm saying that you can pick up, to build yourself as a wonderful leader. So, like I said, be a reliable team player. Communicate with clarity and confidence, right? Because you constantly want to communicate and you are clear with your communication, not like you're dancing around the circles. Be reliable. Be that person that people can rely on. Integrity matters so much. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. Create a solutions-oriented mindset that makes people know that they can come to you always, because you are always thinking about the cup full and not the cup empty, or half full and half empty, as they call it. Let people naturally look to you for guidance, because they just know that if I have a word with Adeola, she will say something that will work for me. And most likely than not, that's what always happens, right? Practice decision making and problem solving to build confidence. Don't do everything for everybody. Allow them do it also. Like your children, don't solve every problem for them. Allow them, so that they start to learn critical thinking and how to make decisions quickly on their own without having to, what do you think? Mommy, what do you think? Daddy, what do you think? Then you go and meet your boss. And then you're waiting for them to validate you. Then you're waiting for them to tell you how fantastic you are. You're waiting. Come on. It's a vicious circle. You want to really, really build yourself in such a way that you can make a decision quickly on your toes that is good for you. And one of it is that you pay for courses. Yes. When challenges arise, you focus on what can be done. Have that I can do spirit, not the I can't do spirit. Start with small decisions. Don't just go to very big ones, because your muscle is not tested yet, right? So you start with small decisions and then start to build up on it, that one day you just say something that is so huge, but you say it easily because you have built the muscle. And it's a muscle building. It's a self-building. Take ownership. Take ownership of things. Be accountable. Be responsible. Be reasonable. Listen to people. Have empathy, not sympathy alone, because they're two different things. Have empathy towards people. It goes a very long way, Recognize and uplift others. Mentor people. Support change and growth. Don't allow people, say, if they go and do these masters, they will leave us and never come back. They will leave you anyways. So allow them do the masters. What if they bring that skill to the company and everybody gets the best of it, right? Speak up in meetings. Don't be afraid. say what you want to say with your full chest. If you make mistake first time, you make less mistakes the second time, and it becomes less and less and less until you become a master and you become a pro. You even start to teach people how to speak up because you have learned it over time. It's not going to happen overnight, but over time, you start to build your resilience. You start to build your confidence. You build your courage. You build your boldness. You build your audacity. Over a period of time, you build your identity. You build your self-worth. All those things now start to add together. So when you stand up and speak, you are speaking with all this knowledge and all these things. Then resilience will come back in because you will fail, sir. You will fail, ma. But if you see them as lessons rather than, oh, I failed at that thing, I will not do it again. Imagine if we all as children fell 3 times and told our parents, you know, this walking thing is not for me. I will never walk again. How many of us would have been crawling adults? Just because we failed, we fell down. What happens? They encourage us, we stand up again and we move. That's what you need to keep doing. Keep moving. Keep moving. Don't stay stagnant in one place, because when you stop growing, you start stinking and you eventually die. Right? And lastly, you want to be adaptable. You want to be adaptable. You want to be flexible. Yes, you have plans. This is what we're going to do, but if things change, don't be so adamant that no, this is how. I've heard people say, this is how we've been doing it for 70 years. And then, what if the person that did it 70 years, and of course, most of these people are in the graveyard anyways. What if things have changed? With AI and all those, and technology happening on the spur of the moment, what is happening is things are changing every day. You're not saying, no, we've been doing. See all the companies who refuse to morph, they're all dead now. And see the new companies that have come out are companies that have caught up with the time. So what are you going to do differently? You've got to move. I'm not saying be a headless chicken and dance to everything. No, what's your core? But then what are the opportunities you can introduce to what you're doing right now that keeps you abreast of new things and can churn out new things on the go and on the spur of the moment? That's the kind of leader I want you to be, Sha. What about you? My name is Adeola Kingsley James. Love and light.